Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Media Files. Today, I decided to, I think the shirt pretty much says it all. Yeah, Batman. Am I right? Batman. I just turned 85 years old this year. Wow. Definitely a lifelong character who I've basically loved since I was a kid. Obviously, my favorite superhero. Um, so thought since figured I'm talking about Batman stuff, figured I'd show off some Batman comic books that I picked up a while ago, which I've somehow never really got around to making a video for. But speaking of Batman, that I did actually pick up on Blu-ray fairly recently, as most of you already know, the Dark Knight Returns Part 1. I need to still get Part 2 and, of course, the deluxe edition for that. But we're not here to talk about Blu-rays. We're here to talk about comic books. That's right. Batmania all the way, right here on the Media Files. Let's see what we got. Welcome back. All right, so first off, now I went to found all of these at Ollie's except for the first thing. Now this was a while ago. It's been forever since I've been at Ollie's. I think the last Batman related thing I found there was that Dark Knight Returns box set, which is this here that has, of course, the comic and the mask. Now they did also do one for the. I think it was for the Court of Owls as well. They have the owl mask there, along with the really cool comic book. But anyways, so this first thing, it's not really a comic book, but my wife surprised me with this one day coming back from a yard sale. I think she only paid like maybe 50 cents or $1. I can't remember. But here we have from DK, we have this really cool Batman character encyclopedia, which is really cool, loaded with information about all things Batman related. You got heroes, you got your villains, all the different variations of the characters and whatnot. But of course, there's Batman and Bruce Wayne. I love it. This thing is so cool. I mean, it's one of those things you would obviously pick up, when you were a kid and whatnot. Of course, I remember, stuff like this would cost dirt cheap back in the day, but nowadays this probably goes for, I don't know, maybe $10, maybe? I don't know, but anyways, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Batman Character Encyclopedia. Alrighty, now for comic book wise, so I got, like I said, I got all these at Ollie's. Now I do have I think one or two issues of this series, but this is from the New 52 series, written by Scott Snyder and who else wrote it? Greg Capullo. So here we have for the New 52 series, we have Volume 2, City of Owls. I think Volume 1, I think, is Court of Owls, I think. But yeah, this so far, this run is really, really cool. I can't wait to sit down and read this. It's going to be awesome. Excuse me. It's been a very, very long day for me. And hopefully I can make it through this video without yawning anymore. Yeah, the bat yawn. All right, so up next, so here we have, still also from the New 52 series. So here we have Volume 3, Death in the Family. Death of the Family, excuse me, wrong title. Death in the Family refers to the Jason Todd story. This is the, more obscene, weird, bizarre Joker storyline that kind of has a little bit of I think a little bit of a Leatherface vibe to it if you have read the comic. But yeah, it's a little weird and nuts. All right, then up next from the New 52 series. This is now, mind you, all these issues they all run in order. Um, so here we have Volume 4, 0 Year Secret City. I mean, like I said, now I've not really read a whole lot of these yet, but I know all these actually go together. And there's like 10 volumes total for Scott Snyder's run. And then up next we have Volume 7. Yeah, we have Volume 7, Endgame. Yeah, of course, real creepy Joker front cover there. Um, what can we say? It looks like it's going to be a really awesome run and whatnot. But obviously the storyline for this series, obviously a lot darker, very very dark storyline. And then we have finally, we have Volume 10, Epilogue. Yeah, now obviously I can't read this one yet because this is like the last issue of it. And so basically, it looks like all I need is 5, 6, and 8, and 9, and I will have completed that entire run of Scott Snyder's New 52 storyline from the Court of Owls story. And so then up next, we've got a story from Geoff Johns, who obviously is one of the best comic book writers and authors out there of all time. But here we have Batman Earth 1 Volume 1. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. I think there was only like a 3-volume run on this series. But it's kind of almost like another kind of somewhat reimagining of Batman a little bit. But, like I said, I've not actually actually read this particular version of it, but it looks pretty cool. So, yeah. And then we also have here, a little bit that dirt there, we have Earth 1 Volume 2. Yeah, which is pretty cool. I think there's only like I said, 3 volumes of this, because I know there is an All-Star Superman series that Jeff has wrote or whatever, and I've got volumes 1 and 2 out of those as well. And then we have, well, definitely not from Geoff Johns, but if you know of his work, definitely, he really kind of became famous, in my opinion at least, through his the TV show Heroes, written by, what is his name? It's Tim Krieg, I think is what the name of the author is. Hang on, let me see here. Is it Tim Krieg? I can't remember. It's going to drive me nuts. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. But anyways, so yeah, so here we have basically, well, let's just say their relationship is an odd one. They're on again, they're off again, they're off again, they're playing with each other. She likes to play with him. He teases with her, she messes with him a little bit. What can we say? Probably the best, couple of all time when it comes to Batman himself. Batman and Catwoman. Yeah, so here we have Batman, Catwoman, the Wedding Album, the Deluxe Edition, which is in this really cool, hardcover booklet there. And, basically it's I would like to call it basically if you're a Star Wars fan, it's basically, Star Wars Union. Basically, it's like Bruce and Selena finally tie the knot. Whereas, in Union, Luke and Mara. And finally, now, this was kind of tough to find. The other volumes are also harder to find. But go figure, I get the one that's in the middle, right? But I'm like, hey, at least it's something. Definitely one of the most popular storylines of the 90s. Obviously we had, the the Death of Superman storyline, and then, well, we had, Batman's most famous storyline from the 90s, the Nightfall series. Yeah. Or in this case, Night Quest. So here we have the omnibus of Batman Nightfall. Let's see, this is volume 2. So this was titled Night Quest. Basically, this is literally pretty much right after the events that happened in Nightfall, and it continues on from there. Basically, like I said, that is very, very, very hard to find, and it's paperback and whatnot. But let's see here. But it has the several issues with it. So here we have Batman Nightfall Volume 2 Night Quest. The epic storyline in the Batman Legacy collects Detective Comics 667 through 675, Shadow of the Bat 19 to 20, 24 through 28, and Batman 501 through 508, Catwoman issues 6 and 7, and Robin 7. So yeah, huge, giant, amount of awesome Batness there. I would love to find volumes 1 and 3 and actually complete this story. Because I remember, of course, everybody remembers, this being the introduction to, of course, the character of Bane, which, what happens. So, yeah. All right, you guys. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Chuck absolutely chucked full of Bat awesomeness there. So, yeah. A lot of great bedtime reading, that's for certain. All right, you guys. So with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment down below. And with that, I will see you next time. So with that, see you later.